All right, so today, guys, it's a tough loss, but obviously you took the series yesterday. It was a late push in the final innings there. I'm not sure what you thought about that overall. I know pitching-wise, defensively, it was a little bit of a rough day for you guys, but not sure what your overall thoughts are at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, put up a 7 spot in the 9th and have the tying run on first base. I told the guys, it says a lot about them, and to be down like that and eventually get the tying run on base to end the game is impressive. At the same time, we just, they jumped us early, that 5 spot in the first. We could have minimized that inning too. We could have gotten out of there with a 3 spot instead of 5. We struggled to do that. I think then early on we had an opportunity, first and second, nobody out. And we just struggled to move runners and to get runners in there. And I think those, ultimately come back to really hurt you. And then even late in the game, we gave them too many opportunities with walks to move runners into scoring position, and then they got hits, and they scraped across 5 runs there in the last couple innings, which it's hard to look back on that when you're chasing runs all day, especially when you're down by whatever it was, 8, 9, 10 runs. But you can minimize a couple of those innings and keep it a little closer. It changes the whole dynamic of things. But it was a good weekend overall, and certainly happy with how they finished that 9th inning.
You got the opportunity to basically throw some guys out there, but unfortunately the pitching really had its weak moments that allowed the game to almost get away from you.
Yeah, I mean, it did get away from us. We made it close in the end there, but it was, for a while there, it was definitely felt like it was out of reach. It's hard to look back in hindsight, and you send those guys out there and you just want them to compete and give you an opportunity and keep things close. I think if we pitched a little better, if we played a little bit better defense, if we were a little bit better for 8 innings offensively, it's a different game, but we weren't, and that's why ultimately
as it turns out, the 2 interesting moments were the 3rd inning, 1st and 2nd, nobody out, you don't score, and then the 5th inning, the same thing. If those 2 innings become even 1-run innings, it could have changed how the 9th inning played out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But who knows, and they might manage the game differently too, so you can't really look back on that. It's just in those moments you got to figure out a way and find a way to execute.
Okay, so why did the 9th inning become a 7-run inning for you?
I think they probably threw some guys similar to us that didn't have a ton of innings this year, and we were able to take advantage of that a little bit. And then you put some pressure on them, and it makes guys tighten up a little bit. And so that would be my guess.
I mean, Foley and LaFrancois running down to that bullpen in the 9th inning, trying to do what they could to get ready.
I mean, we would have been able to buy them time and get them ready. But it's always hard when you don't anticipate when you're down that amount of runs, and you're down 10 runs, and then all of a sudden you get the tying run on base.
Right.
Scramble as best you can.
Yeah, that's right. It was nice to see Seamus Scott go out there and pitch in this ballpark, even if it didn't work out well for him in that 9th inning, but still it was nice to see him get his feet wet in this conference, in this park.
Yeah, local guy. And, I mean, he gets 2 outs quick, soft contact, pop-ups in the infield, and then, like I said, put some guys on for free, which ended up coming back to bite him. But yeah, he's, it's always good to get him out there and in his hometown and give him some opportunity.
All right, now you've got Stone Oak coming up on Tuesday. It's the only midweek game that you have. What's the plan?
I mean, it'll be good to see some arms that haven't thrown a little bit, get some opportunity, and hopefully get some of the arms that threw a lot this weekend, get them rest. And then it gives us another chance to have, offensively to work on some things, to move runners, hit situationally, get runners in. Just gives us a chance to kind of clean some things up that we didn't do well today.